hating. They be like, baby, what you give a fuck about? Not I. My sister want Louis, my mama want Prada. Who in here finna fight over pussy? Not I. Black beam in the middle of his forehead.
Shawtytv, you here with KZ89, and let them know who you is, man.
What's up, y'all? I'm Sina, the CEO and the founder of Black Diamond Entertainment.
Okay, I knew he was gonna try to downplay it. Okay, y'all, this is Mr. Sina, Mr. CEO, Mr. Black Diamond ENT, Mr. Be Someone, the man with the plan that's bringing the city together, and we love what you're doing here, boss.
I appreciate y'all for having me, bro.
Man, no problem. So we're gonna get right into it. Give us a little background for the folks who don't know you, like your nationality or where you grew up.
I'm Persian. That's my ethnicity. I was born and raised in Houston. I was actually born in Baytown, raised in Houston. Grew up in the central area of Houston.
Okay. And how long you been in the music business, would you say?
2014, I started doing music management. Did music management until about 2018, and then I branched off and started my own record label.
Oh, okay. So do you dabble into the music yourself?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool. So we can be looking for a record from you.
maybe sometime in the near future, I might write something for somebody.
Okay.
What do you feel is the hardest part about being a CEO?
Probably meeting expectations, fulfilling an obligation. It's basically me pitching my vision to an individual, telling them that I'm able to do something to help them out to essentially benefit them in the future. So essentially just living up to the standards and doing what I'm supposed to do on a daily basis. There's 3 artists that I deal with, and it is a lot, but I'm capable of doing what I gotta do.
Already. Okay, the Be Someone project, man. The project going crazy. We got some of the hottest artists on there, from OTB Fastlane, Sauce Walker, DJ XO, Stunner Bam, DJ Chose, D Bando, rest in peace, good dude, Young Al, just a lot of big names, and of course, Deebaby, dflowers, your artist. How did that project come about?
So it was always a part of the vision. Initially, when I started the label, a big part of the blueprint was unity. And
right.
And I felt like there was a bunch of individual platforms that had regional success, that had the potential to have national platform success, but there was just some barriers that kind of needed to be broken down and some ice that needed to be breaking.
Real.
People like me coming in and essentially putting pride and ego to the side and having these individuals combine their platforms collectively to make something out of nothing.
Man, that's major, man. That's major. Okay, did you expect it to be so big and do so great?
Yeah, of course. You know, this is something that I take pride in, the position that I have. I feel like there's a lot of a lot of prominent individuals in the city of Houston that have had regional success that just haven't had that push to get them to a national platform.
Right. So what's the story on how you found Deebaby and dflowers, or how you guys found each other, if I should say?
Deebaby first. That's who I started my label with in 2018. He was the first artist that I signed to Black Diamond Entertainment. I found him on Instagram. One of his posts came up on my feed. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I was managing another artist who had some success in the city, and that drew attraction to me, and had other artists reaching out to me. And I followed Deebaby. I reached out to him. I told him that I see potential in him, and that I just told him to keep working, to stay consistent, and that everything will fall in line for him if he just sticks to the plan. That's
cool. That's big of you. A lot of people don't even reach out or take the initiative to do that. So give us a little bit about dflowers.
So dflowers, well, like I stated earlier, the blueprint was unity and combining these platforms. I felt like when I first reached out to Deebaby, dflowers was one of the artists who had a buzz in the city that I felt like that would complement each other very well because of their they both have very distinct voices. Mm-hmm. Their cadence and their melodies are on point. And I just felt as if they're both very big individuals, 6'2", 6'3" individuals. So the voice matches the image, and it makes it much more marketable, and it makes it easier for everybody. But essentially, I just felt like the two would be a good fit together. And we got in the studio, we made a song together. maybe about 6-7 months later, me and dflowers started negotiating, and we ended up working with each other.
That's cool. That's cool. All right, and give us a little insight about your other artist, YB.
So YB Puerto Rico, he was one of the artists that I initially proposed my contracts to when I first started my label. It was Deebaby, YB, and 2 more artists. YB was in a management situation that prevented him from signing my contract, and I ended up going with me and Deebaby. Complemented each other very well because you could say we were good experimental tools for each other. We were both coming into the game fresh, and I was a new CEO, he was a new artist, so there was a lot of different avenues to attack, and that's essentially the game, is trial and error. So that's how we were able to figure it all out. We just we tried out a bunch of different avenues, and we started seeing success in certain avenues, and we put more focus into those avenues.
Okay. And we seen that Harold Lee was on your roster. What happened with their relationship?
Yeah, I don't really want to go too deep into that, honestly, but that was the first artist that I ever worked with. That was the artist that I managed, the only artist that I managed prior to starting Black Diamond Entertainment. We did have some success together. He helped me out a lot. I helped him out. It ended up not working out.
Oh, okay. And if you could collab or work with any other artist right now of your choice, who would it be and why?
Lil Durk's always been my favorite artist, even before he had buzz. I think for Deebaby, he's already got it in the works. He's doing a collab project with No Cap. I feel like they complement each other very well. Me personally, it'll all fall into place. I feel like the artist that I want to work with, but the artist that I want my artist to work with,
right.
I feel like Money Man would be good for Deebaby. Kevin Gates would be good for Deebaby. dflowers can get on a song with anybody, and he could be a female. I feel like a Megan Thee Stallion, he would go crazy on a song with.
All right, give us a specific situation that you can remember that you witnessed coming up in your past that impacted you and molded you to being the person that you are today.
Let's see. I don't really like to talk about this too much, but 2014 I got indicted in a federal case for something that I really didn't have too much involvement in. In the midst of all of that, I had an ankle monitor for 19 months. I ended up doing 6 months in the feds. When I was in the feds, my mother passed away, and I thought whenever I got out, I would be a felon, and I started to kind of reality hit, and I tried to figure out what path to take in life. Right. And a good friend of mine that I grew up with is Jay Prince's son, Andre Prince. Yeah. And I would always see the behind the scenes respect that his father would get when I would go to his house, and all the celebrities would come. I was intrigued by that, and I saw that firsthand, and that really inspired me to do what I'm doing right now. The success that Jay Prince had, the weight that his name holds. That's what I'm trying to do in this industry.
Right. That's cool. Okay, so what do you believe makes you different from all the other producers and CEOs?
Passion, work ethic, consistency. I feel like that's what kind of separates me and my team from everybody, is the hard work and the consistency. We prioritize this. There's nothing more important to us than music. We know that this is what's going to get us to the next level where we're trying to get to, and this is what we got to focus on. We feel like we have the torch right now, and we feel like we're going to have the torch for a long time. And it's honest, it's evolutionary. That's the perfect word. That's the perfect word to describe it. Everything's panning out the way that it's supposed to pan out.
Right. All right. So it's no secret you're a big name with big artists. So with so much death and gun violence going on right now in the industry, how do you plan on keeping that energy away from your brand and artists?
Like I said in my previous question, I think I work with very like-minded individuals. I feel like we all got the same mentality. I feel like we all have the same goal, and that's the biggest thing to me, honestly, is because that's an insurance on my investment, obviously. But this is my life, and it's my job to be that guidance to my artists, to keep them out of those situations. So that's why I pride on consistency and just keeping them in the studio and making sure that work gets done, because that's what's going to essentially separate you from the bullshit. Is
Right.
Keep your head up, working.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier that you would like one of your artists to collab with Kevin Gates. I see you gave him a shout out on social media. So what's your relationship with Kevin Gates?
I personally don't have a relationship with Gates. He has a relationship with two of my artists, Flowers and Deebaby. Flowers talks to him on the phone every day, almost every other day.
Cool.
He's been in Deebaby's corner for quite a while now. He's been a very big support.
All right, so first million, what you doing with it?
Say it again.
First million, what you doing with it? How you coming out spending that
I'm
first million?
reinvesting it. I'm putting it back into my brand.
Already.
Signed some more artists. I'm in the midst of expanding my label. I'm adding a production branch to my label. We're signing about 5, 6 upcoming, I would say upcoming in the industry, but they're well known in the city. Very prominent individuals in the city that we're in the midst of finalizing that. We're in the midst of adding some more acts to the label. We're in the midst of expanding the executive staff. So we're kind of just taking all the necessary precautions to do what we need to do to maintain once we get to that next level.
Cool. So all of us got one. I'm not sure if you can speak on it or not, man, but if you could have any celebrity, man, celebrity crush right now.
Honestly, bro, I don't have one.
You don't have one?
Yeah, I think I don't have one. No.
All right, so give us a celebrity, a celebrity female that you would like your artist to collab with. I heard you mention Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan for sure. Flowers would be dope. Mona Leo, Deebaby, that would be a dope collab. Libra Jolie and YB have a song coming out on YB's project.
Cool,
I think that would be a nice little collab.
Okay. Give us something else you're interested in besides the music. Like, what would be your next business venture or next hobby for you? Something that you like outside of music. Initially,
it was sports, something in the sports industry, and sports and music kind of go hand in hand. They're both entertainment industry. So honestly, this was the fallback option. But sports has always been my number one love, basketball in particular. So if there was something that I could do outside of music, it would probably be something. I'm uneligible to play basketball because of my age and because of my previous track record. But I would do something probably like I would love to be a GM of a team and put a team together.
Okay, that's cool. Sure. That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. So we seen that you mentioned the next Be Someone project. The list will be shorter. For those. With the people that you chose right now, do you have any idea who would be on the list or how long would the list be?
Yeah, so there's a core group of individuals who I kind of made this little realm, these tiers when me and dflowers did, and we anticipated on certain individuals that we put in the top tier to separate themselves from the rest, and that's essentially what happened. Let's see, Lil Jeremy will be on there for sure. Fastlane will be on there for sure. Young Al will be there on for sure. Guapo, Fastlane, if I said Fastlane. Mona Leo will be on there for sure. Larray, the Savage will be on there for sure. But we're gonna try to get, like the Megan Thee Stallions, the Travis Scotts, the Don Tollivers.
Right.
That's kind of why we're waiting to do the second one, because we want everybody to be in a little bit more excelled position, so everything kind of pans out and makes a little bit more sense. Those artists are in the same realm as the other artists that we're trying to get on the project.
Right. Okay, and how is your personal relationship with your artists outside of the music?
Honestly, bro, I communicate with, I count on my hands, my 3 artists, my father, and my girl.
Okay, cool. So y'all pretty close, family near.
Yeah, that is my family.
Right. That's cool, man. That's cool. It's nothing like working with people that's like family.
Right.
So last question, man. Give us one or two things you would like to accomplish before this year is over.
Deebaby signed the deal. Our goal has been $5 million for 3 projects. We're knocking on the door. We basically got that. Deebaby's gonna drop his project Junkie Mode, and then we're We're gonna scope out all the offers that are on the table. We anticipate Deebaby signing a deal with a major before the year is up, and then at the top of the year, I anticipate dflowers and YB signing a deal shortly after, and then the long-term goal would be to get a joint venture, to get an imprint with a label, to be able to continue doing what I'm doing, but have a little bit more financial backing, financial stability to do so. YB, Flowers, Deebaby, they're all in the midst of dropping a project. Within the next 30 days, all three of them will have a project released, so that's something for y'all to look forward to.
Cool. It's crazy. Let's get into the pendant, man. Give us a little bit about something about that, what that stands for.
This one, let's see. This is the first one I got. This one says Sina. This is something that I just got as like a sentimental piece to myself. Before I even started the label. When I started the label, I had an extra one, and we were actually going to meet with dflowers.
Yeah.
And Deebaby, we just started working. Deebaby was like, "Let me borrow your chain, bro. Let me wear your chain."
Yeah.
And I let him wear the chain, and ever since then, he rocked it out. He rocked out with it for about a year after that. And then people started reading it that spoke Arabic, and they're like, "Deebaby, why do you have a piece that says Sina?" So he's like, "Bro, I can't do this anymore." So this one says BDE. We just got these ones recently. It says BDE in Arabic, Black Diamond Entertainment. All of my artists rock them. YB, Flowers, Deebaby, they all rock them.
Oh, okay. And one more thing, man. I just want to spit this rhyme for you just to see if no, I'm just playing with you. We see you mentioned on social media, man, that they can get annoying. Tell us a little something about that. People sending y'all this music.
Man, my advice for any upcoming artist is to stay consistent. And nothing, you sending me your post is not going to get you noticed. You staying consistent, you dropping work, you putting money into yourself, and showing everybody that you're serious about this shit. That's what will get you noticed.
Right. I'm KZ989, and this is
Sina.
Mr. Sina, Mr. Black Diamond, Mr. Be Someone, Mr. CEO, and that's a wrap.
I appreciate you, bro. What's up, y'all? This is Sina. We just wrapped up a show with Shawtytv and KZ989. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Girl, stop it, you just show me cause I'm flexing. I've been sleeping with that chopper on the dresser. I've been sleeping with this chopper and it's next to me. I just kicked some bitches out before I went to sleep. For the jealousy, I see it's something blessing me. I know I just gotta get it